All right, you guys, building a company called Morton Buildings in here. Got a team, 4 or 5 guys, telehandler and scissor lift, and they're laying in the posts for this 40 by 42 building. They use concrete posts, and they drill holes, and then they'll set up the roof and stuff, and they say they'll be done 4 or 5 days. It's pretty cool. I've been here since about 6:30 maybe this morning, and you guys can kind of see the footprint now. And then over the next few days they'll be putting this all up. I'm going to probably come in here in this area and put a 30 by 30 pole barn too, and then I'll put all the trailers and all that stuff in there. So I can't stand having that junk inside the garage. That's why I'm building this building. Yeah, pretty excited to finally get this done. It's been about a year with permits and variances and resurveying. We got a little station set up here. Yeah, the guys do a lot of these. He said I wanted to say they have about 28 of these buildings being built throughout Georgia right now, but they seem like they're doing really well. They have a plant in Alabama that manufactures the uprights and I think these bases and stuff like that. They use good quality wood. Real nice guys, real good, real professional. What I like is they have their own equipment, their own Morton branded equipment. It's not subcontractors. It's a good crew. It's a 100-year-old company, and it's supposedly employee owned. It's out of I believe Illinois, Morton, Indiana maybe, or Morton, Illinois. But yeah, and then I have a project manager that I work with that's a real good guy, and they walk you through everything if you need help. A lot of it I understood and knew, so that worked out pretty good. But then in some cases there's a few things you may not understand. It does make it a little better because that guy has a contractor license and stuff, and you can get stuff through the county a little quicker. Like today, they'll set these posts, pour concrete, then an inspector will come and look at it from the county and make sure you're not doing anything you didn't say you were doing. But yeah, pretty neat. So I'll film this a little. I've got some running around to do, so I won't have time to document all of it, but I'll show you, when they get kind of finished and 3/4 of the way done. So yep. All right, you guys. All right, guys, we'll continue on this video. They moved over here to build the walls. They got all the posts in. We're waiting for concrete now, and then the inspector to come. And they're building the walls over here. It's pretty cool. Go over here for a minute. There's the walls.
So would you recommend?
This is the doorway openings. Give you another update on where we're at. It's probably 4:30, 5 o'clock at night, and they've been here one full day since 6:30. They had concrete come and pour the slab. They got the walls laid out back there that they're going to set up here. They might set one up tonight before dark, but I put out a couple extra cameras to kind of keep an eye on it. They back dragged all this. yeah, shortly here we'll have a couple walls up. So it's coming together and they're working on it pretty good. Yeah, like I said, there's the door openings for here. It'll be right here and here, and then there's a man door right there. And then they have this baseboard, like they poured these holes. They bored these holes 4 feet down and poured like 3 feet of cement around them. And they put this baseboard, and they said that board will last 50 years because there's no moisture on it. They have a concrete one that they use. And then those are the piers right there that they put in the ground. They left one out because they got to have access over here, and they'll put it in. Those are the piers that they use, and then they pour that metal rebar in concrete. And then they'll come back with this one. They throw some concrete around it. But this is so they can get in and out of there. Yeah, it's coming together. Yeah, that's the spread in between the doors. And then along the wall there, I'm going to have enough room here to put shelving. Back in this corner where I'm standing, over here, is where the 4-post lift from inside the other garage is going to be. I don't know if you can kind of get an idea across this. It's pretty big. I'm glad I went and expanded it to 42 deep instead of 30, because you figure I'd be probably right about in here, and this would be the view a lot tighter. And so I gained that extra, like behind me, which you can't really see on camera, but that's quite a bit, probably from this post back, or give or take, because that's 12 feet. And so yeah. And then here's the walls. And then they just all set it up, hold it together. Then they start setting up joists and trellis and stuff on the top there, and then put roofing on it. I got 2 skylights in this thing. It'll be 14 high, so it'll be taller than that building by a couple feet. The walls will be taller than that building by a couple feet. And yeah, so this will give me a lot more space. I can get rid of all this junk over here, like I said earlier, and move stuff around. And then I'm going back behind this, maybe in that area where that wall's laying. I might do it over there. I might do it in between those, but I'm going to put a pole barn in that'll hold the trailers. And that'll be probably, I'm looking at a 30 by 30 for that. So I may do a slab, or I may do this stone with a mat underneath it and just do stone. I don't need anything fancy there. It'll just be a structure with posts and a roof, where this will be an enclosed, more official structure. So yeah, pretty cool. So there, looks like they're rocking and rolling. I think they'll be done a couple more days, really. I mean, I guess they got the panels and the roof, so it's probably a 4 or 5 day deal. So yeah, get out of their way. They're good guys. They don't mind you asking questions, checking on stuff. Of course, I understand a lot of this somewhat myself anyway, from over the years of being exposed to it all. So I kind of get it, but I want to make sure it's right. But these guys, I think, are right on it. I think it's a real good crew, good guys. Done this a lot. So yeah, all right, you guys. I'll get out of their way. See you later. Bye. All right, you guys, a little more footage. They're setting the wall. It's probably 5:30 at night. They've been here since 6:30, but they only really started working since about 8. So not too bad. Got that telehandler, the wall sitting there. Pretty crazy. I don't know if they're going to grab another one or not. I guess they might. That's nuts. Yeah, I'll piece these together, like you say. Pretty cool. Alright. Alright, you guys. These guys are packing up and getting ready to leave. They spent, this is Monday. And they're here last Thursday. I was out of town for 2 or 3 days. And And in that time period, from Thursday on, they built this. And the subcontractors are coming to do the doors, and then the guys coming to move this dirt back around it and build up around it. And then I've got concrete guy coming to pour inside of it and outside of it. And then probably do a pad behind it for these trailers and stuff. Oops, get the picture here. But yeah, it come out pretty good. It's 40 by 42 Morton building. I did everything north facing so it's cooler. And then got it set up pretty good. See if I can get they still got to put the shutters on it. There's still some screws they got to put in the panels. They had some that didn't come in the shipment, so they're gonna and that thing's zoomed in. I can't tell my thumb's over the but yeah, it's a long time coming to get to this point. Year, permits, variance, inspections, all that to get to this point. They put a pretty cool little weather vane up there on the cupola, and it's pointed right. It's real cold today. It's about probably 30, 32, 33 degrees. The wind chill is probably in the 20s. And then in 2 days, it's gonna be 70. So, what do you know, just crazy. But yeah, here it is. It come out really well, a real high quality. You guys did a very good job. Got the site pretty much set, so it should drain good. Like I say, in this area here, I think I'd said I'm gonna probably put a pad or a parking area for trailers. I may even move my trailers over there sooner because it's such hard packed clay. They have to come back. They had these screws here. You see the hole. They're not there. And they'll get them, and then they get the shutters. They were just missing a couple parts. They knew it coming in. They were expecting the overheads to be delivered, and they're not quite here yet. Said they're coming though. And then they'll have a guy come in and put them in. Yeah, we'll go inside. I did 10 by 12 doors. Walk back here in the back. It's big. You can't really tell on camera, but it's real big. And I had them put in skylights. Those are really nice right now. Had them nice doors and windows. Pella, whatever. Good, high quality. It's aluminum door. And then these are 12 by 10 by 12, 10 wide, 12 tall. And I got them doing high lift rails, so this will go up tight to the ceiling, up tight to that. When the door opens, it'll go up tight to that beam. So anything tall in here will work, like something on a trailer or something. And metal door. Good quality. Really happy with it so far. Like I say, I could have put in some more windows, but I want wall space to put stuff along the walls, and then the 4-post lift will be in this corner because I'll be doing welding, fabrication, woodwork in here. Yeah, cool. All right, I got the truck in here. Rip's helping. And then let me stand over here by the man door, show you how big this is compared to the truck. Okay, here's where you come in. There's truck. It looks small over there. In the video, it looks small. That's funny. Yeah, pretty cool. Working good so far. That's about where the lift would be. I can move it over a little more and back a little more. That's about where the lift would be. So the lift should fit in there. You could technically put this truck on that lift and probably lift it up all the way. That's what I wanted. Pretty neat. Clean up all that stuff out there and be moving these trailers. I'm just sticking this in here right now just for a little bit, probably, for a night or so. Yeah, pretty cool. Door people will be coming, mount up these doors.